about to start the third series of today. We've got Team Black Diamond versus Ego Maniacs. Like I said earlier, both of the teams have never lost a series, so that's what's gonna make this series more entertaining to watch. Ego Maniacs, I think they're just, in my opinion, they're like the best team right now in Liga, Raketa. Same thing for Team Black Diamond, but last time I've seen them playing, they just showed some kind of struggles, especially in the defense. They had a lot of double commits and also two players on the same spot, which is kinda unusual because I haven't really seen that earlier, like the first time I get to see them playing. But last time, it just seemed to be happening like almost every time. It just really prevented them to be walking away from a clean victory. And right now they're just gonna be facing the first, the team who is like on the top right now, the first placement, which is Ego Maniacs. So hopefully those mistakes are fixed, because honestly it has been a while, so they definitely need to be fixed. You know, it's gonna be a crucial series ahead. So we're gonna be walking away with a draw with just one team having their first loss, and it's gonna be Falco just putting Ego Maniacs on the lead, just going for that shot off the wall, just using his rocket, and no defender was able to get that read as well. That's gonna be 1-0 for Ego Maniacs against Team Black Diamond. It's gonna be Hoodie winning the kickoff, but Aikara, the solid clear. Beautiful passing play coming from Ego Maniacs as well. Just really makes him a scary team to play against. Now Falco getting the second touch, and it's gonna be stopped by Frosty. Another 50. It's gonna be Hoodie following this up. It's gonna be a center ball of the corner, but still, it's gonna be cleared immediately by Black Diamond. Maybe a fake, but it's gonna be Aquatech with a shot. It's gonna be blocked. Now Frosty, again, just trying to gain some kind of momentum off the wall. Didn't really get anything done. It's gonna be Aquatic with a shot and Hoodie with a save. That could have been an equalizer for Black Diamond. Now Aikara. Seems like every time I get to say a player's name, the ball would be just bang and somebody else would be trying to get the play. So that really shows how the teams are already fast and just moving all over the field, so the movement feels very fluid from both teams. It's gonna be Frosty, maybe off the wall. It's gonna be followed with a 50. It's gonna be Hoodie though. Now Falco up in the air getting beat. Now Frosty, maybe not to the best out, that just looked so risky. It's gonna be Hoodie getting the second touch in the air, but it's gonna be Aikara. Back to Aquatech. Now Swizz. It had to be played by Frosty. Time's just slowly running out. And Team Black Diamond are still scoreless in just one goal. The series is already feeling very close, and it's gonna be Hoodie almost getting the second touch of the backboard. Swizz getting his flip reset and just restalling at this point, almost getting the last dunk to finish this one off. Now Swizz again. Just the pressure from both teams are doing so well, and now a beautiful passing play coming from Black Diamond. Just Aikara to Frosty, and then Frosty to Ikara once again. It's gonna be a shot. Finally, a tight game at the last 86 seconds. We have seen a lot of offensive plays. And now, Black Diamond finally got the job done to stay alive in game 1. Hooded with a crucial miss. It's gonna be Felko. Is there to back him up. It's gonna be Swizz. Off to the other side, it's gonna be Hooded again. In the final countdown, we might be able to see an overtime here in the first game. It's gonna be Ikara. Hooded keeps the ball alive. Just going for his last dribbling attempt, and Frosty getting bumped in the defense. Being so helpless after the bump, and just Hooded having a clean chance at the space given for Hooded. Denying overtime, that is just beautiful win from Maniacs. You see that Hooded got a catch, and his teammate, he just went for the bump, or maybe even a demo, instead of just maybe trying to receive a pass, or like saying in the back, and just maybe if the ball gets flicked really high, he's gonna be there for the follow-up. But no, none of that happened. That is just a beautiful play and denial from Maniacs to take game number 1. It is definitely going to be a close series. If you look at the shots and saves from both teams, they're just looking really close already. And right now, starting game 2. It's gonna be an early pressure coming from Maniacs. It's gonna be Ikara. Is there to stop the ball from going any further. Now Acrotech with a high and long pass, but it's gonna be a miss. Now Hooded forced to make a play with 0 boosts remaining. Now Felko just pitching the ball off the wall. It's gonna be Hooded there for that second touch. Already having the first lead, just a very loose positioning coming from Black Diamond, but just letting an easy ball to go. This is just a really hard moment to see as well, because Team Black Diamond, they are just known for having a really good position in the defense, and right now just giving a lot of space, especially after that pinch. Where it just, okay, it's gonna be moving really fast at the beginning, but later on it will always slow down, and it slows down. You really don't expect this to be going through, to be in a dangerous spot. But it seems to be happening, and right now, just speaking of loose positioning, it's gonna be another one for Maniacs, 2-0. The previous game just stayed so close, and right now we just might see the opposite right there. Already 2-0 for Maniacs, and just look really dominant at the moment. It's gonna be Frosty getting a second touch, just being really patient. All what he had to do just wait for a mistake to happen. That's what exactly happened right there in the offense for Team Black Diamond. And now just one goal difference, so it is still a good play coming from Black Diamond. They are able to capitalize on those mistakes once they are happening. But it's just definitely not the start that they have been looking for, especially after how close game number 1 was. And there's no defender home, just almost the ball went in. It's gonna be Ikara with a solo play. Now Swizz, interesting touch. Again, just trying to set this up for a double tap maybe. It's gonna be Felko getting beat by Frosty. And the positioning is getting really muddy for Ego Maniacs. Just two players at the same spot as they rotate back. This could lead to a lot of accidental bumps on the way. Could be Aikara getting shot with a beautiful placement top corner. Tying up the game. A huge miss coming from Swizz. And you can see that Velkio relied a lot on his teammate to make that big clear. And he just, as soon as that was a miss, there was Aikara. He was there for the shot and just the placement as well. He just really nailed this and couldn't get any better. And this could be able to boost up the confidence for a team like Diamond, especially after having sluggish start in game 2. Yet they still didn't really give up so early. They just had to keep going, and that's exactly the kind of mindset that you really want to have. It's gonna be Felko off to the corner. Odied again, just we're seeing a lot of views of those corner bounces. It's gonna be Swizz, maybe getting the second touch. He just almost found the angle. Just wishes that he had even more boost so he could just make this up. It's gonna be Swizz. Easily saved, and now Frosty back to Akira. Another midfield pass or infield pass from Black Diamond. They're just showing really good signs of those passing plays. It's gonna be Aquatic. Couldn't get anything done. Having to walk away with just empty hands. Couldn't really get anything done for his teammates in the offense. Now Aquatic. Off to the left side, but Hoodie is there to deny those passing plays. It's gonna be Felko. And Swizz forced to pre-jump, trying to beat everybody else in the offense. Interesting second touch on the wall. Trying to make it look unpredictable as possible. But still now Hoodie just going for another solo play. It's gonna be saved by Aikara. Again, just everybody else is going for the corner, which is, I believe, the safest way to center the ball for your teammate, because both teams seem to be playing really safe, especially since they're just relying a lot on those corner bounces. They're just maybe waiting for a player to make a mistake in the defense. That's a huge opening given, but Aquatic couldn't really get anything done. Was struggling to find better car and ball control as well. It's gonna be Aikara. Oh, it's gonna be shot on target, but Felko saving the ball at last 0 seconds. And now we're finally into the overtime. In game 2, it's gonna be Aikara almost beating the last defender. It's gonna be Frosty. Did a really good job at keeping the ball on the orange side. This is gonna be helping up to build the pressure. Now Frosty. Interesting free flip. Those passing plays again from Team Black Diamond. It's just every time those balls really get denied. Now it's gonna be Aikara with the shot. It's gonna be off the backboard. Now a demo in the corner. And Hoodie winning the 50 in the corner again. Just keeping the ball to keep the team overthinking. It is finally cleared, but still just those demos. Hoodie isn't really stopping yet, just getting those physical plays, creating those gaps. Now Hoodie getting his flip reset, couldn't really get a powerful shot after. Now Felko. With the center ball, it's gonna be Frosty. with a quick clear. Now Aikara. The intensity is just rising at this point. Those transitions are just really good from both sides. They are able to clear the ball and also have a shot or maybe even offensive play followed up after. So they're just not really moving the ball and just waiting for something to happen. Now it's going to be Hoodie in one-on-one situation. It's going to be Aquatic with a tight save. Now Swizz just stealing the boost in the corner. Now Aikara with a flick. It's going to be Hoodie is there to slow down the play. It's going to be Felko trying to help his teammates on the transition. Now it's going to be Hoodie off to the backboard, and here you go, just Swizz almost beating everybody else. Now Aikara with an important play, but Felko is still able to make the save. Liga Maniacs are just still staying alive. 2 minutes and a half into the overtime. Every game just being one goal difference only. It really shows how both of the teams are just fighting to stay on top. It's gonna be Aquatic. Again trying to center the ball. It's gonna be boomed all the way back to the bull side. Interesting clear. It's gonna be Frosty. Just no boost remaining to get the second touch or even gain enough height. It's gonna be Aikara buying some time for his teammates. Really good ability to slow down the play. It's gonna be a pass to Aikara, just shot on target, but again Hoodie. Really good defense. Just no matter how fast the ball is, he's always ready to block the ball and also stop it from going in. Frosty walk away with a demo and Swizz in an awkward spot. Now it's gonna be a shot coming from Frosty, but still that could have been where the game would have ended. And just after that demo and Swizz was stuck in a really awkward spot in the wall. Couldn't really do much, but still it just the dares from both teams right now is just unreal. Now, Aikara. Maybe just a double commit in the offense right there, just forcing one-on-one situation. It's gonna be cleared right away. It's gonna be Felko right now. Off to the side, it's gonna be Swizz. Slowing down the ball for his teammate. It's gonna be Hoodie taking over. Now Hoodie with a stealing shot, and this one just barely went in. It's gonna be Felko with a weak follow-up. And that could have been just 2 games right now. This is a very long overtime. I'm not sure if there was like a world record or something like this, or maybe not a world record, but Liga Raketa biggest record for the longest overtime here. We already got over 5 minutes, and it's gonna be Felko with a huge opening. It's gonna be shot at the backward. It's gonna be Hoodie getting the read and finally finishing this one over. Liga Maniacs again just taking another win for the record. It has always been just 1 goal difference between of those 2 teams. We still have 2 more games left, even though it's already 2-0 for Liga Maniacs on the series, but it just really shows how it could go either ways. And Black Diamond are still like showing a lot of potentials with those passing plays, but we're not seeing a lot of scary shots toward the target or something. We're seeing like just either of the back posts or maybe like it's gonna be a forced 50, which you really expect to be easily cleared. So you really expect better finishing touches for Black Diamond, and that's basically it. Everything else is looking really perfect for both teams. Their defense is looking really good, and also their offensive solo plays as well. But it does. After all, it seems like Liga Maniacs always have to be winning winning those games. Game 1 we saw like they're just denying an overtime, and here in game 2 it has been such a long overtime. I don't think I've seen anything like this while just watching this Rocket Championship, but that is just incredible. I really can't wait to see more, and who knows, maybe Team Black Diamond will be bouncing back. Okay. Okay. Yeah. And we're back for more action. We're starting game 3 right now. Lots of great matches and plays in this series already. Just really shows how it could go either ways. And both teams are looking really close toward each other when it comes to the scales right now. So you don't really expect this to be one-sided at all. Just both teams are able to keep up with the speed, and just everything is looking really good. Defensive plays just looking really clean. And speaking of defensive plays, it just Eagle Maniacs once again just capitalizing them on those huge gaps or spaces given. Frosty having to go back and just maybe make a quick decision to keep the ball away, but still, it's gonna be Eagle Maniacs getting the first goal in game number 3. It's gonna be Swizz with a pre-flip. Almost found the target though. The ball's gonna be bouncing off the backboard. Nobody was there for the second touch though. It's gonna be Hoodid. Getting bumped in the defense, couldn't really get to rotate any faster, but still, they're just having their kind of transition going. Still, it's gonna be Hoodid. Again, just seems to be backing off a lot. Just kind of unusual how the game has been going like earlier. Now Hoodid with a solo play. It's gonna be Aquatic. He's there to deny that solo play. It's gonna be Swizz already up in the air. Gonna be shot off target. And Hoodid with a huge miss, just leaving the ball for Falco. Now Aikara getting a soft catch. It's gonna be a passing play again from Black Diamond. Couldn't really get anything on target really. It's gonna be Swizz again, just making those saves, and it's gonna be Hoodid with a shot on target. 2-0 for Eagle Maniacs. They had their shot on target, but still it gets blocked every time. So it just really makes it really hard to go ahead and get a score, because if you don't make your placement really hard, then it's not gonna do well. If it's gonna be really fast, the team is just showing incredible skills at keeping up with the speed. So you really need to do way more than that. So maybe just go for a demo and have your teammates to be going for a passing play. Sure, that could be risky, but you really have to try at least and do something else, because if you're just gonna keep playing like this and just shoot the ball straight in the middle, it's definitely gonna be more predictable and just easier for your opponents to be making the save. It's gonna be Squiz coming up the ceiling, just force it to pre-flip. Now Aquatic. Zero boost, yet he's still able to get the passing plays going. A powerful shot from Frosty, and this is exactly what I have been talking about. That is just a banger. Straight to the corner. There is no way you can even save it. They just need more of these, and if they get them, then they're definitely going to be able to be breaking the defense of Eagle Maniacs and just at least walk away with the draw, because both teams haven't really lost the series, so the only way to have those teams to still stay undefeated is just to end the series with a draw. A very interesting play right there, just a lot of 50s and dunks in the offense. It all just led Frosty to have a lot of space given. He just had to slowly tap this one in, and it's just gonna be a tie game again. Almost a team pinch coming from Eagle Maniacs. Now Frosty trying to catch the ball and just play it really slowly. Didn't really work out. Now Falco. Just back to Frosty. It's gonna be banked all the way out. Also, Black Diamond seems to be lacking of boost a lot in this game. Even though they have been able to keep up with the speed, but this time it just seems to be, every time I get to look at a player from Black Diamond, they just seem to be having barely any boost remaining in their tanks. This is a really tough situation for them, because if it's gonna be staying like this, it's definitely gonna be preventing them from having their transitions, and just maybe even worse, it's just gonna be leading the series to go all the way. You know, it has stayed very close in the beginning, and it is definitely their only hope is just try to keep it as close as possible, and just maybe you're gonna be walking away with the win. But if you're not gonna be having enough boost remaining in your tank, it's gonna be really difficult to keep the games as close as possible. Beautiful midfield passing plays coming from both sides at the moment. It's going to be the last countdown before we go into the second overtime, or maybe the second 0 seconds goal. It's going to be Hooded again with another dribbling play. We have seen this earlier, but this one didn't result in a bomb. So we're just moving to the second overtime of today. It's gonna be Hooded able to take this out of his own health. It's gonna be Swizz with a shot and Aquatic with a stop. Incredible defense from Black Diamond. They're able to keep up regardless of the passing plays and how powerful the shots and maybe even the placements are gonna be. Now Frosty just beating the opponent to the ball. Just a beautiful passing play coming from Black Diamond. Everybody in the team got involved in those passing plays. It's just incredible to see, just so satisfying for them. Finally they get something on the board, and just 2-1, and now we're just moving to game 4. You see, this is exactly what I've been talking about. The team has a lot of potentials with those passing plays, but if they're able to nail the accuracy of those placements every time, the team is definitely unstoppable. Now we're moving to the last game of the series, which is game number 4. Black Diamond versus Ego Maniacs. It is 2-1. So for Black Diamond, their only hope, like I said, is just to walk away with a draw. But it feels really hard because how close every game has been. It's just always one goal difference. And hopefully we don't get to see those nerfs because they have been doing well at the beginning, so they just need to do it all over again. They have been doing it, you know, from the start against Ego Maniacs, so hopefully the nerfs of Game 4 won't really get them. Now it's gonna be Aikara and Felko. Enter Sinclair, it's gonna be shot on target by Frosty. Now Felko just doing a really good job at being the last man in the back. Able to buy some time for his teammates as well for them to rotate back and also grab some boost on the way. Now Felko trying to find his offensive play. It's gonna be denied by Aikara. And Hoodie already coming off the wall, the shot just barely on target. Hoodie maybe just getting a fake, or maybe that was just pure panic. Not sure if that was a fake though, but Hoodie had the advantage at that moment. Just 2 minutes in, and we're still scoreless from both sides. It's gonna be Swizz as I speak of it. A smooth pass coming from Hoodie to his teammates, and just the placement as well. Frosty just couldn't really do much in the defense. Already 1-0 for Ego Maniacs in Game 4. It's gonna be Aquatic again, just trying to get those 50s going. It's gonna be maybe a bit of mistiming on the flip. And then it is just left wide open, and open net coming from Team Black Diamond. They get punished for it immediately. Just everybody pushed way too hard before maybe somebody even gets to rotate back. It just, everybody seemed to be overcommitted. And this is definitely, you don't want to see that happening, especially in Game 4 after keeping the series very close. And this could be your chance to walk away at least with a draw. Sure, we have seen them tying up the game by being, 2 goals down, and they also managed to win in overtime, but still, in Game 4, there is no way you could be bouncing back unless you just try your best from the beginning. It's gonna be Aquatic putting the ball high. It's gonna be Hoodie. They're just able to find each other's with those passing plays. They're just looking dominant already with their offensive positioning. Now it's gonna be Aikar. He just forced it to play this all by himself. It's gonna be Aquatic on the transition. And we are almost 1 minute and a half from Game 4 to finish. And Team Black Diamond are still scoreless in the last game. Now Frosty getting beat to the ball, and now Aikara again, it just isn't able to get the touch that he wanted. Now Swizz still able to pass it back, and Felko almost got the dunk, but Aquatic, and never mind, just Hoodie is there for the cleanup. 3-0 already. There is no way he could be bouncing back from that time, unless a miracle happens for Team Black Diamond right now. It seems to be Ego Maniacs are pushing really hard because they know that they have got their win secured, especially after maybe getting the first goal. So they were like, all right, so we have the lead, and since we have the lead, we could also have the momentum as well. And they kept pushing a lot non-stop, and that would just work it so well to break down Team Black Diamond defense in the last game, which is game 4. It's gonna be Frosty with a shot of target still cleared though. It's gonna be Swizz. The final 30 seconds. And Team Black Diamond, unfortunately, they have to be the team who's walking away with a loss on the record after being undefeated for so long. But for Eagle Maniacs, they're able to keep their record clean. It's gonna be Aikara, maybe just trying to walk away with just one goal, but still it's gonna be killed. And now Eagle Maniacs winning against Team Black Diamond 3-1. This has been insanely close every time, and unfortunately, like I said, Team Black Diamond had to walk away with a loss, and Eagle Maniacs was the better team, definitely. They had a lot of great plays. They just barely looked nervous at all.